Robinhood is sitting nearly 34% below its 200-day moving average. The stock has been beaten down, and yet this company just posted record revenues of $4.5 billion. So what's going on here? Today we're going to break down whether this sell-off has created a real buying opportunity or if the market is actually right to be cautious. So let's get something straight right off the bat. Robinhood in 2026 is not the Robinhood from the meme stock era. This company has fundamentally transformed its business model. They've gone from being almost entirely dependent on transaction-based revenue to building what I'd describe as a software utility. And the numbers back it up. Fiscal year 2025, record revenues of $4.5 billion, diluted EPS of $2.05, net income of $1.9 billion, and they're sitting on $4.3 billion in cash. But here's what really caught my attention. It's not the headline numbers. It's where the revenue is coming from. This is where things get interesting for me. Robinhood Gold now has 4.2 million subscribers. I'm one of them. That's recurring revenue growing at 56% year over year. Think about what that means. Traditional brokerages make money when you trade. Robinhood Gold makes money whether you trade or not. You're paying a monthly fee for 3% matching, higher interest rates, and advanced tools. That's a toll booth. And what I love about this model is that it flips the narrative. Robinhood used to be a company that lived and died by market volatility. Now, gold creates a revenue floor. It's predictable, it's sticky, and at 56% growth, it's clearly resonating with their user base. Combined with their self-clearing infrastructure and proprietary tech stack, Robinhood operates at a lower cost than traditional peers, which means they can afford to offer aggressive incentives, like those matching contributions. That's a competitive advantage that is genuinely hard to replicate. Now, before you go open a position, let's pump the brakes because there are real risks here that we need to talk through, and some of them are significant. Let's start with the big one, regulatory risk. The SEC continues to scrutinize payment for order flow and what they call digital engagement practices. If regulators move to restrict or ban payment for order flow, that directly hits one of Robinhood's core revenue streams. That's not a theoretical risk either. That is an active conversation in Washington. Second, and this is something I think a lot of people underestimate, switching cost. They're lower than you would expect. Unlike a traditional bank where moving your accounts is a headache, Robinhood users can transfer to another brokerage relatively easily. That means the moat around customer retention isn't as deep as we might want it to be. Third, crypto exposure. Robinhood still has meaningful cryptocurrency revenue, and that creates earnings lumpiness. When crypto is hot, it inflates the numbers. When it's not, you see the drag. That volatility makes it hard to value a company with confidence. And finally, AI disruption. Over a 5-year horizon, I see this as a real wildcard. AI agents could theoretically bypass the Robinhood interface entirely, executing trades and managing portfolios without the user ever opening the app. That's not a problem for today, but it is a problem worth thinking about. So where does all this leave us on the valuation? The stock is trading in the mid-70s with an adjusted trailing PE of around 35. Now, for context, that's way below the 2024 peak of 62 times earnings, which I would look at sideways in any case. On a forward basis, we're looking at roughly 28.5 times. I put the buy range somewhere between $65 and $75. If this stock falls below 65, the forward PE drops into the low 20s. And at that point, for a company growing gold subscriptions at 56%, with $4.3 billion in cash and active buybacks of $910 million to date, that starts to look genuinely compelling. Now, I want to be transparent. I am not taking a position in Robinhood right now, nor do I have one. But that doesn't mean I'm not watching it closely. There is absolutely a case to be made here. But if it continues to drop, I may be inclined to jump into this one. So here's where I land on Robinhood. The business has genuinely evolved. The gold product is building a recurring revenue engine that changes the character of this company. The balance sheet is strong, and the stock is trading at a meaningful discount to its recent history. But Regulatory risk is real. Switching costs are low. And you're still exposed to crypto volatility whether you want to be or not. This is a stock that shows strong financials, a clear growth driver in gold, and a technical setup that suggests the pessimism may be overdone. If it dips into the mid to low 60s, I think you're looking at a very interesting entry point. For now, it stays on my watch list. And as always, this is my analysis, not financial advice. Please do your own research before making any decisions. But that's my breakdown. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.